I'm at Heathrow Terminal 5, and in a couple of hours I'll be taking a flight on the British Airways A380 on the upper deck to San Francisco. British Airways has a bit of a history of being a letdown airline, but is it really that bad? Well, we're going to find out today on our flight. Let's go check in. Waiting at the gate now. By the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's going to be a full flight, but then again, with it being an A380, generally, there's quite a lot of seats on there, so I'd be surprised if they could fill it up anyway. But yeah, we'll be boarding in a couple of minutes, so we'll see how we get on.
Why don't I just keep reserve for now and use the flight?
So we're all boarded now. Looks like we are getting out on time. I've got to say though, the seats at the top of the A380 on the top there, they are quite cramped. It feels very enclosed. The overhead lockers as well, they're very small, like to the point where you can't fit anything that's cabin approved, larger luggage. So it is very enclosed. Not sure whether I recommend flying on top deck of the A380, but we'll see how it goes from here.
It's you. For too long I've kept my true feelings hidden, but now...
Personal devices should have the flight safe mode feature enabled now.
Handheld devices must be held securely or placed into a pocket.
What witchcraft is this?
Vaping, the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board. This includes the toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors. If seated in first or club well, please take care of your personal electronic device when adjusting your seat. If your device does get lost, please do not move the seat and let one of us know so we can assist.
Been in the air a couple of minutes now. We are currently at 11,000 feet. Flight time today, 10 hours, 15 minutes, I think the captain said. So I think a lot of this flight's just going to be sit back, relax. I might have a walk around the cabin in a bit, but take off, a bit windy, but not the worst I've had. So far, it's okay. It's not a full flight. A couple of seats are empty, but I very much doubt I'll be able to kind of sit somewhere else, so I'll just stay here. Drink service, about an hour, 45 minutes into the flight or so, and hoping for some aviation gin, but no, we had to settle for some Bacardi and some Diet Coke. Pretzels, as always, but yeah, not too bad. fairly quick to come. I mean, 45 minutes, not too bad. Meal service should be coming around pretty soon as well. Cheers, everyone. About an hour and a half into the flight, meal service just come round. There was choice of chicken tikka or some pasta. I've chosen the pasta, but there is one very small problem with how it's behaving right now. Take a look. It's not staying still on the tray table. But anyway, we'll have a look at what's inside if I can get it stabilised. So the pasta, I've got to be honest, does not look too appetising. The pasta itself, I would say, looks okay, but I've seen much better meals from BA before. The salad, not quite sure what's in there. Red velvet summer fruit pudding. Okay, fair enough. And we've got the butter there. We've got the crackers and a little bread thing there. It's not the best looking meal, but it might do the trick. Let's eat what we can and see what we get. Got to be honest, that was not the best meal I've had on a BA flight. I've had better on Virgin as well, to be honest. It's a little bit disappointing. Anyway, when they come collect this, I think it's then time for
the Bog Vlog.
Toilet feels very, very small. I mean, considering this is a very large plane, I would expect the toilet to be a little bit larger, but it is what it is. Toilet just down there seems fairly clean. I mean, it is clean, but there are marks on here. Got the usual stuff here. Big mirror, sink. I mean, what is there really to show you about a toilet on an airplane? Handle just in case you need it. You need to pull yourself up because you get stuck. Obviously, the always no cigarette disposal. But overall, yeah, I think it's fairly clean. It's I've seen much worse. So now let's head back to the seat and let's enjoy the rest of the flight. So that's about 2.5 hours of the flight done. Quite a way to go. So I think now is probably the time to kind of sit back, relax, enjoy. We've had something to eat, we've had something to drink, and yeah, catch up in a couple of hours' time. We're just approaching the east coast of Canada now, which means we are about halfway there. And I'm starting to notice the positives and negatives to this seat on the upper deck. One of the positives is this, right here. It's like some extra room I can actually put my arm in. It's quite handy, and obviously there's a place you can put your bag there as well. The seats are a little bit uncomfortable, and I have sat on better seats, I've sat on worse seats, but it just feels far too cramped on the top deck. Also, because I'm sat right at the back, it means that I'm getting food and drink last, because obviously they take their cart all the way down the aisle before they get to us, so there's very little choice left. So it would seem that if you are going to sit on the upper deck, somewhere in the middle might be just right if you're hoping to get some good food and drink. But I am really enjoying this extra space with my arms. I do think that is a real positive of this. So yeah, it's about 5.5 hours to go. Next meal service should be coming around the next couple of hours. So until then, I'm just going to just relax. So we have 54 minutes left until landing, and they've only just come out now and served up the second meal, which I think is cutting it a little bit close. I didn't get a choice either. People further down the front of the plane did get a choice, but this is what I've got. Chili tofu, chocolate brownie pot, and again, I'm not quite sure what they are. I'll have a maybe taste of it, but yeah, look, 54 minutes to go. and we've only just got this now, so I think they are cutting it a little bit close. I'm not a massive fan of tofu, but I do like chili, so I'll try this out and see what it's like. Again, it's certainly not the best looking meal I've had on a plane. It doesn't look appetizing to me at all, which is a shame. I'll eat the rice though. But, I think when I land, I am going to have to get something else to eat. The rice was okay. The rest of it, not so much. The chocolate thing was okay as well. But it is a shame. I mean, on these big A380s, you'd expect them to actually pack enough meals to give you that choice. And because we're so far back, literally right at the back, as you can see, the only reason that we didn't get a choice is because everyone else at the front had taken it, and that is unfortunate. They are coming around already just to collect all the rubbish now, and we still have 47 minutes to go. So as of the last video, us at the back have had to eat as quickly as possible so they can collect it, because we're going to be starting our descent fairly soon. So overall, I think it was a fairly average flight. Nothing too special about it. It's a shame about the meals as well. They weren't the best meals I've had, and then not getting a choice on that second meal, just it could have been better. British Airways. It's by no means the worst airline I've ever travelled on. Virgin has had a few hiccups every now and again, but it's not the best BA flight I've ever been on either. So that's a bit of a disappointment. But it is what it is. I would say upper deck, lower deck, between them two. I would probably choose the lower deck next time, just simply because it felt too cramped on the upper deck. Even though there was that extra little bit of room, I wouldn't choose the upper deck again, especially not at the back. If I had to go on the upper deck again, I would have to be sat somewhere in the middle of the plane. But for me, having been on the A380 a couple of times now, I would say the best place to sit is probably the lower deck or main deck, somewhere in the middle. At least then you've probably got a good chance of getting some food. So that is me in San Francisco now. And there will be a few more videos hanging around the screen right now if you want to click any of those. A little subscribe button down below if you want to subscribe and see more videos like this or travel videos in general. But I do appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for watching all this way. And I hope to see you in another one of my videos. Take care.